Excess insurance is insurance that provides an additional layer of coverage in excess of the coverage provided by other underlying layers of insurance policies. In this lesson, we'll look at how excess insurance operates. The primary insurance policy is the first policy that applies to a loss. An insured may have only primary insurance for a particular loss. Or an insured may have a tower of insurance, which is multiple insurance policies that cover the same loss. In a tower of insurance, the primary policy is the tower's bottom layer, and each successive excess policy stacks on top of the policy below. Coverage starts at the tower's bottom. If a loss exhausts a layer of insurance, meaning it uses up that policy's full limits, the next layer up in the tower starts providing coverage. Imagine consumers filed a $25 million privacy lawsuit against a business. The business had a primary policy with $10 million limits that provided the initial coverage for this lawsuit. If the business had no other insurance, it would owe the additional $15 million. But assume the business had purchased an excess policy with $10 million limits. This excess policy covered the second $10 million of liability, leaving only the last $5 million uncovered. Now let's assume the business had a second excess policy that provided coverage after the first excess policy was exhausted and had $8 million limits. This third policy in the tower of insurance paid the last $5 million of liability, and the business was completely covered for that loss. Each excess policy has an attachment point, which is the dollar amount of losses that triggers coverage, essentially the starting point for that layer of insurance. In our example, the first excess policy's attachment point was $10 million. The second excess policy attachment point was $20 million.